Hello guys, welcome to my second blog for this class. I'm going to do it on Nancy Ward and what she did for the Cherokee during the Revolutionary War time period, as we've been speaking, and how she was a major player, which is rare for a woman in Native society to have the power that she did. She was born around 1738-ish, not really sure exact dates, but close to it. Her father was Ottakulla, who was a major player and principal chief of the Cherokee. Her brother is a pretty well-known Cherokee war chief, Dragging Canoe. Her other brother was Little Owl, and they both start fighting in the war and start the Cherokee War, which is going on at the same time as the American Revolutionary War, just in Georgia, Tennessee, parts of Kentucky for a short bit. She became the role as a beloved woman in the Cherokee society, which that means that she was able to go into councils. She was able to speak at councils. She had a lot of power. She had decision-making abilities, such as along with the chiefs. So she was pretty much a very powerful woman during the time, somebody that the men would listen to. She also was very much on the peace side of the Cherokee at this time. There's been a split in the Cherokee Nation. You had Dragging Canoe, who broke away from the Cherokee and started the Chickamauga. And you have his sister, I should say, Nancy Ward, who has the peaceful side that stays Cherokee, and they are wanting a peaceful existence with the European Americans. So they are pretty much playing the fence for British support and American support, trying to stay peaceful and keep things going. She was an ambassador for the people. She could speak English, so she was also a translator sometimes. And she also was able to bring in some farming practices from white European settlements, or white European society, I should say. So that was a major player she had as well. I'm going to look down here at my notes for just a second to get the right date. During the Battle at Watauga, which is now in present-day Tennessee in 1776, same time as the Declaration is being signed, same time as the Revolutionary War is starting to break loose, Nancy Ward travels with the warriors to the Wataugan settlements. Watauga falls, and some settlements outside of the area fall. And she was able to use her power as a beloved woman to rescue a lady that was sentenced to die by the Cherokee by the name of Linda Russell. By doing this, she took her back to her home. She nursed her back to health, got her to be healthy. And because of this, got that name right. Yeah. Mrs. Russell went back to her Wataugan settlements and brought to Nancy Ward 2 of her milk cows. And with this, the Cherokee learned how to survive with cattle, how to raise cattle, how to milk the cattle for food and substances. And they also learned how to breed the cattle so they can have more cattle. It also really went against the traditional role of women, who were not traditionally farmers. That was the role of men. The men planted the crops. The women took care of the crops once the crops were planted and harvested. It was women's role. Women typically did a lot of basket weaving during that time frame to keep stuff. So with this, the basket weaving changes. Women are taking care of cattle. And it's a whole big change in Cherokee society. On that, we go on and we move up a little bit at a time, and Ward is still in power. And it's a constant clash between her and Dragging Canoe for the Cherokee about who should do what. Should the war party stay? Should the peace party stay? It's really confusing and deep in what they're going into, and understanding if they're brother and sister. Nancy Ward marries a European, so she really has sentiments to that. That European was for the American settlers. He was for American independence. So it was really hard for her to be objective in her role as a beloved woman because she was married to a European. She was married to a European that believed in American settlement and American independence. And with that, she pretty much understood that the Cherokee would not be able to keep the land they had, be able to stay where they at. It's going to have to move. And that did not make her very popular with the Chickamaugas. They, in fact, wanted her gone. In any way you could think that possible, they wanted her gone. In the book Nancy Ward and Dragging Canoe, Peacekeeper versus War Chief, it blatantly states that Dragging Canoe had to stop his warriors many times from killing her, going over there and killing her because of what her allegiances were like. They felt that she was no longer protecting the people of the Cherokee, that she had went completely to the American settler side and was living that side of her life. Um, she is best known because of her ability to become a pretty much a man, in a lack of a better term. She made herself very popular, very powerful, just by being a special woman that had powers. If you guys are interested more in her, there's some stuff out there. She is buried in Tennessee. She died in 1822 before the Cherokee were removed, so she didn't have to go on the Trail of Tears, which was a good thing. There's still markers to her, so there's a lot of information out there. She's one of the better known women in Native American society that were able to gain power and control. So she's a really cool person. Hope you guys enjoyed this, and we'll speak to you later.